I hope you'll agree if you finish this course that your ear has changed. You have a better ear now than when you started the course. And I have an option that has streamlined all of the units. We have the video courses here, but you can also take an audio only version of the course. And the nice thing about the audio is you can download it to your phone. It'll populate with a playlist. You'll see one of these images below for the album artwork, and it organizes everything into a nice, simple playlist once you import it that you can just follow along with. And so I think that this is something that people have been asking for a long time, and I'm now providing it. Now, as of Unit 4, I will no longer be offering any of the video lessons, at least not for the foreseeable future, because this is a 16-unit course, and I need to finish the audio version before I put the extra effort into the video version. Now, the audio version is a higher quality. You're going to get better sound. It's also more efficient. There is less talking because we already have the video versions that really explain the process behind developing your ear. So every audio lesson is 15 minutes for Unit 1, and then it never goes beyond 20 minutes for the rest of the units. And the reason we're doing this is because I always tell you, don't train your ear for more than 45 minutes a day. That's really important. So what we're doing now is I am making these units so that you can practice Unit 1 up to 3 times a day if you want to, but don't get burnt out. You can just do it once as well. And then you can practice the other ones up to 3 times a day as well, which hits my maximum of about 45 to 60 minute that I would recommend for you to practice and develop your ear. There's something else about this though. These ear training courses, the Flawless Ear Training course, the audio version is meant to complement a new offering that I have. And this is going to be something that's really exciting. I hope a lot of you can take part in it because it's really going to take everything I've been doing. I have audiation, counterpoint, music theory, form and analysis, dictations. All the stuff that I've been doing, I am now combining into one massive audio course. But here's the problem. If you try and take ear training in sort of a regimented way, along with my new course, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, what will end up happening is the ear training will develop at a different pace than the skills the new course will operate at. So it will progress at different rates. So you could be in lesson 1 of the new course, my audiation based course, and you could be in lesson 10 of the ear training course. So it didn't make sense to prescribe ear training along with the audiation course. So what we're doing now is you can take both the audio for the Flawless and you can take this new audiation based composition course to develop your skills. So let's talk a little bit about that. All right, so I'm calling this Composing Hour Music Lessons. And it really is music lessons because what you'll get when you sign up is a lesson every single week. You're going to get one lesson a week. The lessons are no longer than 40 minutes per day, which means you can take the Flawless course along with it and you can go both at your own pace. Because the thing about the Composing Hour Music Lessons, what they are doing is they are building the ability to hear internally, to compose music in your mind. And they're teaching you counterpoint. So counterpoint is one of those things where, we learn it from a very academic standpoint, but it can be much more fluid than that. Counterpoint can be something where you sit down and you start to hear one line, a melodic line. Then you start to hear a secondary line that's going against that first line. So you're starting to create harmony here. And through counterpoint, we can develop our audiation skills. Once we've learned counterpoint from a completely audiation-based standpoint, no assignments, no writing, you don't have to do anything like that. You just sit and listen. Once you've done that, we move on to form and analysis. And form and analysis is going to teach you about various forms, but it's going to teach you from a very intuitive way because they're all audio lessons. And you're going to be able to sit there and listen to various types of phrases, hear what they sound like, get it kind of inside your system, and then we'll move on to larger forms. And you will learn form and analysis, audiation, and counterpoint through these simple weekly lessons. Now, it's going to be 3 years long. The first year is where we really focus on audiation. The second year is where we dive very deeply into counterpoint. And the third year is where we get into form and analysis. So this is going to be a really exciting course. And you will also have the option of changing the way the course progresses if you're one of the founding members, because there will be a discussion board for those who sign up early to be able to tell me, okay, I really like that lesson. Could you do this different? Could you add this? Could you explain this more? And then what I can do is either provide an extra video, which will make the course a little bit longer, or I can provide a supplementary video to address these concerns if I feel like they should be part of the course. So this is a really exciting thing. You can sign up right now. You can go buy the audio versions of the Flawless Ear Training course right now, and everything is exclusively available at UreMusic.com. At the current time, I am not offering this anywhere else. At some point, I might, but I want to be able to keep control of this, and I need to reduce the amount of time I spend on administration tasks. So everything's going to be in one website. That way, I only have to deal with one place to edit and upload videos. It'll save me some time. So I really hope you can join me, and I can't wait to get started with you. This Audiation course is something I have wanted to do for so long. And you, many of you, have actually given me the idea to make it audio only. When I first heard someone suggest that I make an audio only version of these courses, I remember thinking, yeah, that would be amazing, but how do you do it? How do you teach form and analysis? How do you teach counterpoint? And then I realized I already have video-based versions of these courses that address the academic side of things. So why not do it from a purely music lesson standpoint? I mean, actually listening to music, just listening to different types of phrases, hearing how they differ, making comparisons, and all from the convenience of your phone. You just plug in your headphones and you go to it. You follow along with the exercises. You complete them multiple times per week. Some weeks there will be lessons for each day. Other weeks there will be one lesson you complete every day for that week. And you're spending an hour a day and you're developing your skills. So how am I going to do this? How am I going to make this possible? I have thought long and hard about this. I have a complete draft for the entire course. If you go over to UreMusic.com, you can get an overview for how the course is going to work. But essentially, I'm going to have these guided exercises that will teach you everything you need to know. So there will be no visual requirement. I want to make this so that you don't have to download anything. Now, I will say that if I realize and I get feedback that says, yeah, the audio thing is nice, but I would like a PDF booklet or something to follow along with certain aspects of the course, I will do that. But the goal here, and this is a challenge for me, is to make this completely audio based. It's going to be a lot of fun. And frankly, I record audio much better than I record video. I don't know how to edit video, that's on me, but I know how to use Logic Pro. I know how to edit audio a lot better than I do know how to edit video. So it's going to be higher quality, the volume's going to be better, and I think you're really going to enjoy the course. So I really hope you can join me. Go over to UreMusic.com, sign up. We're accepting enrollments right now, and I'm not sure how long we're going to be doing that for. It's going to really be based on interest. So look forward to having you, and if you have any questions at all, please let me know. Thank you.